Okay. We're here today with Tash, Matt and Beck from Sydney Water talking about taking the lead for young professionals fostering collaboration at an urban water utility. Thanks for coming along today. Just to kick this off, one of the biggest challenges for young professionals wishing to take the lead is the fear of not being sufficiently experienced. Did you encounter this challenge throughout your project and how did you overcome it?
I can start. This is kind of one of the key things we wanted to describe when writing our paper and giving our talk was the fact that as young professionals, you do kind of feel like you're fresh to the industry, you don't have a wealth of knowledge or all this expertise, but that doesn't mean that you're not valuable. And I think our project has really been a showcase of that we didn't need to know everything. We just needed to have an informal network across our business and be able to leverage that and bring in people, bring in technical experts and admit, we don't really know everything, but we can bring in people who can, we can tap into their knowledge and fill in our gaps. And that was really key to this whole project. You guys want to add anything? Or?
Probably not too much more to add, but I guess as well as young water professionals, we don't have that experience. But like Matt said in the presentation, that means you're not bringing bias in. Like it's not, okay, well, this is how it worked last time, so this is how it will work this time. You can sort of come at it with a fresh perspective and just bring your enthusiasm. And I guess it's a combination of the mentors that have that experience and then the young water professionals that are willing to learn and just bring sort of the passion and lead it from that perspective. Did you want to add anything else?
Yeah. I want to say expertise is obviously essential to a project, but so is energy, motivation, passion. That's where young professionals can really step in and step up. A lot of experts are time poor, rushed, have 5 different things on their mind. So young professionals are best placed to drive a project like this, and to bring those other skills which we can bring to deliver successful projects. Yeah.
And at the end of your presentation today, you mentioned that you developed a project priority matrix. What are the next steps for your organisation in implementing that project priority matrix?
So we kind of developed this as a retrospective thing, so not during the project but after. It was kind of a learning for us and we're hoping to use it as a tool for any project really. So it's kind of been informally created as just like a conversation, like how did we actually succeed in this project? How did we actually move it into, give it momentum and drive? And these are the ways in which we did it. So it's kind of a tool going forward for anyone to be able to use it in any context for any project and see, where they align with corporate priorities, how can we get, buy-in and, additional resourcing. So it's kind of, evolved as a bit of an informal tool so far. Do you want
just add, so it's a tool we've developed based on our learnings. We'd encourage any young professional to take a look at it. It's sort of, the idea is you would use it as a decision model to work out, okay, what's step 1 on a new challenge? I've been thrown a challenge, I've been thrown a project. How can I get myself into that spot where I have the resources, the buy-in and the alignment that's going to put me in the best position for success? So it's not about, it doesn't tell you how to deliver a solution, but it tells you about how do I position myself and my project into the best space so that I can have the most chance of delivering a successful solution. Yeah, so it's sort of a decision model to say what's step 1,
And you've provided some really good advice there for other young professionals and other utilities. Do you have any other advice for young professionals who may want to initiate their own similar program or project in other utilities?
I guess we were talking a lot about informal networks as being really important. So you don't necessarily, we're quite lucky at Sydney Water, our grad cohort is very close and even between different cohorts. So we know what other grads are working on and that can help us get involved or maybe get some other resources in. But you don't have to be part of a graduate program. There's a lot of networking events from AWA that you can go to or get to know other young water professionals in your company and just sort of leverage those networks to get sort of cross-collaboration. And do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'll just add, don't let a lack of experience or technical expertise hold you back. I think that there's so many other ways that young professionals can contribute to projects and use that drive, that passion, that energy that young professionals have just as valuable to project delivery as expertise. Obviously, expertise is essential, but the other things that you can bring to the table are just as valuable, and so you should never be afraid to stand up and contribute in those ways.
Well, that closes us out. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.